Hello, we're back.
Hello, Ces.
Hello, Lee. Here we are again. So this one, we struggled a bit finding the trigger
Yeah.
line, and Lee had this brilliant idea to think about my age next month. Anyway,
Mm,
I become
yeah,
58, and so we turned to page 58 of whatever book was nearby, and
yeah.
I ended up opening about 10 books, and nothing struck me. So
Wait, but first you reached up and tried to get
oh
one
yeah,
book,
and I
and
tried
then
to
the
reach for the
others
books and then it all
toppled,
fell on me, like 10 of them.
all seeking your attention. The book, like, pick me, pick me.
Yeah, but that didn't quite work. But Lee found one and here we are. Oh no, we said
No,
let's do Khalil Gibran. Didn't we?
yeah, yeah. We
Okay.
both went on the web and then found quotes, and then we landed on this one that will
Khalil.
be telling you in a
Khalil.
bit, or telling you now,
Yes,
telling you now. So
the code.
the one that we landed on for today is your daily life is your temple and your religion. When you enter into it, take with you your all by the wonderful Khalil Gibran. All right,
Let's do this.
you go first.
Yes, as you always say.
That's right.
Okay.
One, two, three, you.
Okay. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. When you enter into it, take with you your all. Khalil Gibran. And I say, some days now, I feel quite tired and just want to stay in bed and sleep some more. Maybe my body is telling me something. So, this quote is making me think and question what it means, my all, quote unquote. What is there to bring with me to every moment of my daily life? I think I am burdened with self expectations and that sense of not being enough or not having done enough. And yet, my body, and I guess my spirit too, is telling me that it is tired of chasing impossible expectations I have somehow imposed on myself. And so, I am pulled back by this unconscious force, that unacknowledged part of me that resists action, that wants rest, that wants to do nothing, that wants to stop chasing whatever it is I thought I was meant to chase. Let's go back to the line again. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. I think of churches, the old ones that I step into along our walks to parks or when we visit new places. It brings me silence, calmness. It invites me to prayer and to reflection and even more silence. And sometimes, some lucky times, there has been music. The recent one, on the way to Hyde Park, we stepped in to this church and music from the old piped organ started playing. It was almost magical. It felt like a blessing. And with the light coming in from the stained glass windows above the altar, I felt blessed. Maybe that is it. My daily life should be about recognizing, acknowledging, celebrating, and sometimes even basking in the ways by which this life is indeed a blessing.
I like that.
There,
Bang
there
it.
I got there.
Yeah. All
Your
right.
turn.
Here's mine. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. When you enter into it, take with you your all. My eyelids fluttering slowly to the light edging through my window, rolling up to my left and sitting up, eyes open now. A new day, another light, a new set of unknowns. I remember to give thanks to God, followed by the names of my parents and their parents, for the gift of their lives that led to mine. My breath is my own, aided by all that I am and have done. Now I walk towards the grass and stones of today. Every step on that path, a breath deep one after the other, joined to the breaths of my ancestors before me.
So clear. I know you're like that. You just wake up with purpose, and each step
Try.
is kind of, what do you call that? In it has an intent with
Mm.
intention. I and I
Yeah.
go like
You like your sleep.
oh dear.
So
So,
sometimes in the absence of saying the usual prayers that we learned as children,
mhm.
what I do in the simplest
Mm,
way is I just say thank you, and followed by the names of my parents,
wow,
like my grandparents. So
that's
instead
so
of you saying the
cool.
prayers, I just say that. To me, it just boils down to knowing
Thanks.
my connection to them, and that weird thought too of they don't know me now, the me that I am now.
Mm,
It's kind of my like throwing up to the sky and saying, I remember you and I think about you. And
that
that,
here I
I ask, and here I am. And if you bless me with your guidance and your love as I go through my day, I am grateful. And so I say to
oh
God, to
wow.
Mother Mary, and to two angels that I think I have around me, and then the names of my ancestors. And that's it. That book ends my day.
That's so cool. I don't think have any kind of ritual at all like
Mm,
that.
yeah.
I'm bad with the routines and rituals. But I do have this kind of moments where I, stop and just be thankful.
Mm,
And then that's true. I like churches. I like churches. There's
I can
something that's an
see that.
energy when you step in, especially the old ones.
Oh yeah,
Something
the ones
about
with
it.
old
I
stones.
don't know.
Some of them are dim, but they have the candle lights
Yes,
on. It's a
yes.
beautiful
Because
place.
here, if you come daylight and then my imagery about the stained glass.
Ang ganda-ganda talaga. That's one of the things that I love when visiting
Mhm.
cities. I go to old churches.
Really,
I just sit
yeah,
and then just say, "Oh my God, this is so beautiful."
the
And they
craftsmanship, the
brought
history, just the dedication,
the dedication.
yes.
So I think they brought their all into it, right? They brought
There
their
you
all
go.
into poof, what we see now. Beautiful. When I went to Copenhagen, one of the first churches I got into was a round church. And that was my first time
Oh,
ever experiencing a round church. And it was so beautiful
as in
and
totally round.
totally
Not like,
round.
because
And
we had
then,
in the University of the Philippines, right? The chapel
ah,
there. But actually, it's not really fully round
yeah,
in terms of where the people sit, no?
yes.
Just the structure is round.
This one though, because it's in Europe, so
Mm.
it's like all stone, right?
Wow.
And then there was a
What?
huge old chandelier, of course. So the light is coming that way,
What?
almost central to the
Radial.
altar. Oh, ganda talaga. Oh my God. Talaga. Wow.
Wow,
Like,
that
so
sounds
for
amazing.
people who are committed to putting all their artistry, their gifts to building. And you could easily see that it was a communal effort to
Mhm.
put it together. I think that's also the beauty of old churches, says. It's because you understand that it was a community that put it together.
Yeah, but then we go back to the line that
Mm,
triggered us. It means also that if your daily life is your temple, is you bring your all, because your
mm,
daily life and who you are today
mm. Yes.
was also built through time, all these different aspects of you.
Yeah.
We also have that, right? We have the history, and
Mm,
include with you, you acknowledging that includes your ancestors, really.
yeah.
All those that help shape who you are now, both biologically and physically
Correct.
and mentally and emotionally and psychologically, all, and the talents that you bear, genetically
Mm,
brought you to all this, and the experience that surrounded it.
yes.
So when we're describing all these churches or temples. I
Yes.
guess that's what it means, right? To recognize as much as we are in awe of these churches with this nice, beautiful stained glass. Maybe it's about seeing what it is that you could be in awe of in your own being. And that's where I think I have to be better at to recognize what is it. I mean, if I'm in awe with the music that was there as I stepped in with the
Yeah.
stained glass and the light, then maybe there's something about me too that I can be
That's a great insight.
in awe about.
Oh,
You
that's a
know, and then
superb one.
because
Yeah.
we get inspired, we talk about this with so much inspiration,
Mm,
but why can't I be looking at myself and find inspiration in that too,
mm.
and what I can see?
I
So,
fully agree. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah.
right? And I'm questioning that because I'm not there.
Mm, mhm,
It's a real question that as much as I'm sharing that question with others, you and
mm.
others, I'm actually um, asking that of myself. So maybe that's a good takeaway. If I become more aware of what it is I can admire about myself or be
Yeah.
proud of in myself, then maybe
Yeah.
I can be more conscious of what I bring to this
Mm.
daily
Yeah.
existence, this daily life.
Yeah.
And maybe the tiredness that I feel is because I always create, I have to be better or I have to be this, I have to add that. But actually, that's what, yeah, it overwhelms me because I feel there's so much more I do
Uh,
not know, I am not able to do, or I'm
yeah.
not capable of this, capable of that. And then I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, "Ugh." It's defeating kind of. I'm just tired of it. Part of me is just tired of that. So maybe if I could just come to a better acceptance and appreciation
Mhm.
of of that, of the temple that my life
Oh,
is. You
yes.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's maybe my message to myself. This life is a blessing.
It is because of what you've done. In as much as your eye, all your senses are absorbing the beauty and looking at others, what they've achieved. And then also it's the inward look that what you're admiring in others, you have inside.
Mm.
But sometimes it's really hard to do that inward
We're not wired. I'm not
focus.
wired
Mm,
or well
yeah.
wired. to- to
And I
be-
think because you're an empath, so I think the tendency more is to be in service of others and to understand the
Mm,
emotions, the
mm,
things that are happening around,
mm,
reading the
mm.
dynamics. And that is a load of work.
Those things and
So then the energy for you to acknowledge your gifts is just now so little because you've given that or the bulk of it to
mm,
outside of you. So,
but
but that's a great insight. I love where you
yeah.
landed with that.
All right.
Yeah.
On that
Okay.
note,
Yeah.
let go enter into our daily life, taking with us our all, according to Khalil Gibran.
Get you some Khalil Gibran today and hope you
Yeah.
get sparked to write something
Okay.
about this.
Try it. And till the next liminal writing session.
See you then.
Thank you.
Bye.